Yeah, welcome back to Guillotines and Guitars here in Hartsville, South Carolina, in the Guillotines and Guitars studio.
First time in a while. We've been on
I'm Chris
hiatus.
Hicks. That's Trey Davis. And that's Scott Barfield. And somewhere in Canada is Carol Gainey.
Canada.
Canada. All right.
Canadian Carol.
Oh, we got a
That's
good...
pretty good. Canadian Carol. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a good topic for you tonight. Oh, it's probably gonna hurt some feelings, get a little hot. But we're talking about
Oh,
A little testy.
Carolina Gamecocks. That's what we're
don't,
talking about.
36-33 LSU.
we said we're not gonna do that. We just had a 30-minute argument around this table,
Which is why
and my
we're-
face was red.
Which is why we're late coming on.
No, we're not doing that. We'll talk about that later, though.
So who won the game?
So tonight, we're talking about. Dang it. I had all my stuff together, and y'all want to bring in and my poor Gamecocks got shafted. But we'll talk about that later. Tonight on this show, right now, we're talking about
LSU.
country music controversy. Too much pop, or we're just going with the trend? How's everybody like that?
Speaking of
like it.
controversy, what about some calls in the game? Some
I'm
referee
telling
calls.
you, I got some fellow Gamecocks out there. Y'all don't want to open this can of worms on this show. I'm telling you, it'll get heated.
All right. Let's
But
go.
we took a little break, a little hiatus, but we're back, ready to go. And
I feel like this season, not the football season, but this season of Guillotines and Guitars is almost coming to a close, which would be the end of our second season. Is almost here.
yeah, we
I
talked
think
about
it-
it
I
last
think
time.
it
We're
is.
gonna have to. We're gonna have to.
We shouldn't be doing this show right now. The season was over like 5 episodes ago.
Yeah, we need to.
We just kept
need to-
going.
we need to talk about that. We need to do something special. But before every topic, of course, we have some libations. We take a shot before every subject. So that's what we're about to do now.
I'm trying to mix them up. I'm not going to come to the table this time, so I'm just going to mix them up here and reach in. I
Yeah.
control what you're drinking tonight. You ready?
All right, I'm ready. What I got?
I don't know. I'm not looking.
I have the buttery nipple chocolate.
You got the chocolate butter nipple.
Well, I got the buttery nipple.
I've got the chocolate
Plain.
butter nipple
So
also.
everybody's got the chocolate buttery nipples.
No, I just got regular
Yeah, it's the regular one.
buttery nipple. No chocolate.
You got the lactose intolerant, huh? What was that? Did y'all hear that? I think that was me.
Was it? You
Was
don't even
that
know
your
if you.
stomach?
Yeah, I think so. I'm hungry.
All right.
I'm hungry.
Have a nipple.
Here's the guitars.
That son of a gun had some booze in it, buddy.
Oh, yes, it did,
It
John
did,
Bird.
Mr. John Bird.
He got some words of wisdom.
That's
All right.
good.
So, country music has made a left turn, about 5 years ago?
Oh, shit. Longer than that.
yeah. It's
Longer
been
than that?
longer than
It's
that,
been
I think.
longer than that.
I think
Way
so.
longer than that.
Way longer than that. So, all this new, I like some of the new stuff,
I
but
think-
it ain't.
I think one could argue
You know?
it's probably gone back to the 90s. I mean, when
Wow.
it started veering off
You could
from...
see, yeah, you could tell, you could see
You
it
could see
coming
it, yeah.
for sure. But I think we're looking more towards the type that's out right now, the cookie cutter, what we would call the cookie cutter stuff
Well,
that's out.
I would think that your 80s artists would call some of the 90s stuff that came out cookie cutter stuff, you know.
I've never
I
heard of
would-
this cookie cutter. What
Cookie cutter just means that you have a formula and you stick with that the entire time. Like, oh, this works if we do it. If we do it this
a
way.
lot of the bands
got
start
you.
doing it, and everything sounds processed and sounds the same.
Yeah.
Like one song after another, it's the same chord progression. It's the same.
Everything is predictable. You know where the
Yeah.
song is going.
And I'm gonna say this, and I got a lot to say about this subject, but
Good.
I can't stand it. I can. It's like who said predictable? It was one of you said it.
That was me, like
That was
literally
you.
just now looking right
So,
at you.
Every country song nowadays has Friday Night Lights in it, Sunday Church Pew, and Dirt Roads.
Dirt roads. Yep. Truck bed. Back on a truck bed.
Well, and a hot girl in a tank top beside you.
It's the formula that keeps on giving, you know. But it's all good.
But it keeps
But-
on selling, so that's what keeps on giving.
Yes, yes, it keeps on selling. But damn it, I get tired of hearing it. you know. And
But do you?
I'll be right. I guarantee you, I'll be listening to a new country. I guarantee you it's got Friday Night Lights in it. A couple courses on down the road. Yeah, on them Friday Night Lights. There you go. Told you. Probably never played under a Friday Night Lights in his life. I promise you he hadn't. He probably lives in the suburbs of Chicago somewhere.
I said, Will Bass is already on here. He said too much pop, and this was right when we were just talking about it when we just jumped into it. But you're right. You know and my daughter's gonna hate me for this, but Taylor Swift, when she came out, she was so country, and I like Taylor Swift now, but I liked her then, but when she started, it was country, and she started to go into the pop. Faith Hill, go back to Faith Hill, Tim McGraw. Faith Hill did the same thing when she made that crossover.
Yeah. Well, I remember.
However, when I'm saying that out loud now, I think it might be different because they crossed over into pop, so they didn't bring the pop into country. So I take back kind of what I said.
Yeah, Taylor Swift actually, she started out as a country artist,
right?
And then remember it was, she had a very out in the open where she was saying she's going to transition to a pop artist, and that was what she started doing.
She actually said that.
Yeah, it was.
Well, it was obvious, and she was. That's what I'm saying. The transition, like Faith Hill did the transition from country to
Faith
pop.
Hill did almost about the same thing.
Yeah.
So for them, it was more of a. They were moving in that direction anyway, and they were kind of vocal about it. It wasn't what we're talking about is country music bringing in a lot more pop oriented stuff to it, which I mean, it's hard to argue. I mean, because it sells, it makes these people a lot of money.
Do you kind of think they had to?
No,
I don't think they had to.
I don't think they had to. I think Taylor Swift would have been. She probably wouldn't have been the megastar she is now if she hadn't done the crossover. Because,
so she went with the trend.
Because pop is, I guess, maybe it's arguable, but maybe bigger than country. Because country music fans listen to country music, but then country music fans might also listen to the poppy kind of stuff that's out. But so I don't know. I don't know that she would have been the megastar, but it's hard to say for sure because there have been megastars coming out in country music. Like right now, you've got. Well, to go back just a little bit. Eric Church was huge, got really big as just a country. However, I think he did kind of get into that poppy stuff a little bit too.
What are we talking about when we say pop? What are we saying here?
I think like bubblegum music is what I think.
Bubblegum music. Are we saying like backing tracks?
You're showing your age now.
We're doing. No. Is that what we're saying? Backing tracks and
I'm saying
what you call it music.
A lot more
generated music.
Yeah, generator kind of
synthesized. I'm looking for another word, but I can't find it.
Maybe I always got a lot of flack for saying that you can turn any song into a country song if you add a fiddle or a banjo. Or a steel guitar. Like if you add one of these country instruments to any of these songs,
now you need an 808 bass.
It's like, well, yeah, that too now. No, but it doesn't matter as long as you've got some kind of a country instrument. You put it in there, and now you can put it on country radio. That's how I feel. I know people are going to argue with that, but it just seems to me that way. A lot of this poppy stuff that comes on, that sounds like it's like a dance song. It's like disco's trying to make a comeback, but they're going to put a fiddle in it, and we're going to call it country music.
I'm probably going to get a lot of hate mail for this, but you know who particularly I do not like?
Pop Goes the Weasel. What was my sister talking about?
What?
She said Pop Goes the Weasel.
We're not talking about cartoons tonight. Woody Woodpecker's next week. I'm just kidding, Jennifer. Just kidding.
Go ahead. What were we going to say?
But I was talking about one particular country person, and now I done lost his daggone name. I cannot stand him. I think everybody on this side of the world can't stand him. What I mean by that,
side of the world,
South Carolina. But oh my God, what's his name? He's got this like a Pee Wee Herman voice. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
He's a country artist.
Yeah, country artist.
Today,
I can't think of his name.
Justin Moore.
No, I can't. No,
I can't.
Everybody hates him.
Justin Moore.
No. He was on American Idol.
Scotty McCreery. No.
Oh, God.
Hey, hold on.
Let's
No,
go back
Scotty
to it.
No,
McCreery
Scotty
said,
McCreery's got
this
a
holds
deep-
tea.
Yeah,
He's got a deep.
No, he's
deep
all
voice.
right. But I'm talking about. I'll get back to him in a minute. But
Who was on a country? So
Yeah.
I didn't watch American Idol a whole lot, but he's a country guy.
the catfish swimming down deep in the creek, went to shake it to my girls.
Oh,
Luke Bryan?
Oh my God! Yes. Oh my! I absolutely
What?
despise that
No, I
guy.
just looked down. Will Bass said Luke Bryan, but I thought you were talking about somebody like a contestant that was on it.
I
No,
he
Luke
was a
Bryan.
judge.
Yeah, Luke
On the
Bryan. I'm
show.
not.
I hate his lyrics.
Well,
His
you-
lyrics are so stupid.
You might, but
He just
I
be
tell you what,
making. Hey, hold on, let me finish hating right fast. He makes the stupidest damn lyrics in the damn world. Stupidest. And this is my opinion. Yes, cuss at me, whatever. This is my opinion. This is my little plate of food. I don't like Luke Bryan. I think he's stupid. I think his lyrics sucks. There we go. I said what was on my and I feel there.
Finally, we've got something to make a viral video on YouTube.
I'm sorry.
hate on you.
But I would love to have his money though.
I don't, but yeah, and that's what I'm going to speak on, because you were saying everybody hates him, and I was sitting there trying to think of somebody. I was like, who was that? Everybody don't hate Luke Bryan. A lot of people like
You like
him.
Luke Bryan? Do you even know who Luke Bryan is?
I like some of his songs. I do.
Luke Bryan's music, his lyrics to me sound like if Rat decided to be a country band and write country songs, because I always hated Rat's
He's got
lyrics.
a butthead face too.
A butthead face.
Looks like he'll go.
My name is Luke. I'm the number one draw around here.
Okay, but yes, I'm with you. I'm with you. But
Well, see, and
my opinion. Yeah, it was just my opinion.
Okay, so you
And
think
he has taken the pop country to a whole nother different damn level.
so you think Luke Bryan's pop country?
Oh man, I think he's the epitome of pop country.
Okay,
But I've seen some of his videos, man. It works. It works.
But what do you think
I've
about?
seen his shows, his concerts. It works, and that's when I say this is my opinion. There's a lot of people who likes it, but I'm telling you, there's a lot of people who
But
don't.
what do you say about somebody like Post Malone coming in and saying he's a country singer now?
I got a lot to say about that too.
I'm gonna start that off by saying I'm a Post Malone fan. I actually do like the guy, and I do like that he's so into music and the history of music. I feel like my microphone's popping here, but I feel like he's like really into what he's doing, and he could be completely like just pulling the wool over everybody's faces, but he has me convinced that he is as genuine as he comes across. So I really like Post Malone. I'm not a fan necessarily of the pop R&B type stuff that he has on his own, but I am kind of getting into his country thing and Jelly Roll. Like I kind of want to get into that. So, but to me that is not necessarily the same as the pop country that we talk about.
well,
Is it though?
it,
Is it? I mean, there's a question there because
don't
he's
know.
breaking in the country scene
yeah, but what
in a pop kind of way.
when Post Malone first come out, wasn't he?
He's a
Poppy
rap. He was a rap country artist. He did shows with Colt Ford and the Lax and all them cats. The rap country that's coming out nowadays.
Did Post do shows with Colt Ford?
I don't know. Good question though. Good. May have, may not.
He wasn't there when I was doing shows with him.
Quick, 2 degrees of separation from Trey Davis with Post Malone. What is it?
From Kevin Bacon.
Oh my God! Yeah, just
No,
That's
I
right.
can do it in 1, not even 2.
Hey, congratulations, guys!
Colt Ford.
You're
They
welcome.
both played with him. How about that?
You're welcome.
Old Trey, he's been around the world, so he should know what we're talking about when we're talking about pop country.
Who's Sonny Ledford played with? Never mind.
Myrtle Beach.
I won't get it. I won't get into Sonny
but
Ledford.
I can honestly say Post Malone. I've never really got into his music. When he transitioned to his country thing, and then he's got a song with who is it? He's doing a song with that they released this.
He just did one with Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did one with Taylor Swift. Yeah, was that the VMAs? Won the VMA?
They did. Yeah, they want to.
But not the other country guy who everybody, it's like one of the biggest country.
Morgan
artists.
Wallen?
Yeah, that song I do like that song, but you can listen to that song and it's got like the same kind of pop.
They've got that
country.
They've got that
vibe.
mold. Yeah, they've
Yeah.
got that mold that's in there.
But I do like that song.
See, I feel like maybe he's unique because he's got a different voice than a lot of the other people. So I have a hard time like saying he's pop country. I feel like he's more. My opinion. I'm gonna be like Chris. No, this is just my opinion. Now it's just my.
Well, you got to express that on here because people will eat you alive.
Just
but
an opinion.
But I mean,
Just an
like
opinion.
Post Malone, like I said, I'm not that familiar with his catalog of music that he has. I mean, because I hadn't listened to much Post Malone. The first time I think I ever heard of Post Malone, I happened to look him up at the time. It was during quarantine in 2020, and he had some of his buddies, and they did a cover of a Nirvana song, and I thought that was pretty cool, And to me, he was
Oh
playing
yeah,
guitar.
he did like an acoustic thing in a house studio or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was, but it was.
And he played a bunch of Nirvana, or was
Yeah,
a bunch.
and he was playing with a bunch of other people in
Yeah.
their houses too, and they linked up and used up, and there was that.
Oh no,
program.
I'm thinking about more recently. He did something in sort of a home studio type setting.
Yeah, well, this was back during COVID,
Yeah.
and it was that was the first time I think I ever heard of him, and I think I went and listened to some of his songs, and I saw where he was more pop oriented at that time,
Yeah,
but
R&B, like
Yeah.
rap kind of. Yeah,
But when I saw him doing Nirvana, I was
Country
like,
rap.
I was like, he's got the voice for that. That's what he should be doing. I mean,
Yeah.
he's a big Nirvana fan, and apparently he's a fan of all music. Which I mean, it's cool. But so yeah, that would Post Malone and Morgan Wallen. That song I think is, I think it's a good song, but I can kind of see the kind of pop, thing coming into that song a little bit.
Well, Morgan Wallen, he's also taken the pop thing to another level. Of course, he's got a lot of hit songs out there. What was that last album? He had like 7 or 8 hit songs, and he wrote a whole album like a month or something and released it.
Didn't it have like 30 something songs on it?
Yeah, it was a lot of music, and I believe he took the pop country tidal wave to another level with his album, and it did. You listen to the the beat of the song. I mean, think about past country, and look at country now, and look at his album, and it's totally. You almost don't want to call it country, almost. It's still got a country little vibe to it, but.
Well, and also today you see country's more. There's some artists getting more into the rock side of things too. They blend in country and rock. Also,
Yeah, well, Hardy's doing that. I talked about before the show. Hardy, he is doing. I don't know if he's the first one to do this. Maybe he is. I don't know, but I love it. Because I'm a rock person, and he's taking country to a rock level. He's got no, Brantley Gilbert did it. Brantley Gilbert's got an edgy country to him.
yeah.
So
And Brantley Gilbert's videos look more
rocky.
rock
Yes. And
He
so
is,
yeah. So Hardy, he busted the door. He busted the doors wide open with his stuff, especially his first album. With that song, Sold Out, I think it's called. It's real heavy, but it's still country. And his song Boots, woke up this morning with my boots on this morning or something like that. But anyway, Boots, that's a good heavy song, but he's got that country feel to it, and then it's got a rock feel to it. But, he's taking that to another level. But him and, I like that better than the pop country. My opinion, of course.
But obviously, you would. I mean,
but
you're more
there's
of
a
a
lot
rock
of
guy.
stuff that, But I'm going to ask you two this. I'm going to talk about the Grand Ole Opry.
The what?
The Grand Ole Opry.
Okay, that's different from what you said the first
and
time.
I know. The
Do
second
you
time I think you said old
this
opera.
is a
The old
venue?
opera.
Do you think this is a venue that should not be tarnished, touched, brought any other genre of music brought into, or you think it should be the classy Grand Ole Opry that it should be?
Well, that you just asked the same question twice, but you put them both in the same thing. No. So Post Malone came up. I know this is where you're going with it, with Post Malone getting up on the Grand Ole Opry, or a Grand Ole Opry, like you said. But that's not the first time a rapper has been on the stage at the Grand Ole Opry.
I think Nelly, right?
Maybe
Nelly's
it's
been up
a while.
there.
Yeah, but it's not like it's.
No, it's not new. I'm asking the question. Do you think that should be?
Now I am curious to know, and I feel like I should know this, and maybe I did it one time, but I don't think you have to be a member of the Grand Ole Opry to perform at the Grand Ole Opry. I actually don't think you are, because there's been people that played there who actually like got inducted or whatever while they were doing their show. Like they were interrupted and said, "Hey, guess what? Brad Paisley just inducted somebody. Was it Post Malone? Just inducted somebody which is funny when you think that they kicked Hank Williams Sr. out of the Grand Ole Opry for drinking and doing the things that he was doing, but they said, Posty, come here. You remember if it was Post. But yeah, this no, I don't think it should be. I don't think it's tarnished by changing the music that's being played there.
I don't either, and I think you can have your thought on what you think it should be, and I'm sure a lot of people who are like, well, it should be strictly for country people. You shouldn't have anybody else up there. But I think the Grand Ole Opry is going to do what the Grand Ole Opry wants to do. When it comes to, if there's somebody who was a pop artist who was, starting to do a country album or whatever, and they're the new it thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, it sells tickets, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. And I mean, the Grand Ole Opry is going to go, guess what? We want them here because it draws eyes to us. So, I mean, and so to me, I can have a thought process on what I think should happen, but it really don't matter because it's up to Grand Ole Opry,
Right.
And they're going to be the final say in what they're going to do.
Before you, let me interrupt real quick if you don't mind. Let me jump in and hit some of these comments real quick. Will said something. I just put his comment up on the screen. Said, didn't the Grand Ole Opry say no to Beyonce?
Oh wow, did they?
I don't know.
That's something.
I think I remember.
Let me go ahead.
That's a whole new can of worms too, because Beyonce put her album out, her country album, that went beyond the moon. But my theory, and I'll get flack for this too from the Beehive, I really don't care. But my theory is she's got a zillion fans, so of course they're going to buy her country albums, and of course that album is going to make record sales and make it up to the top. So that one, I have a hard time with that one. Michelle Langston, Kid Rock, y'all, come on. Was Kid Rock on the Grand Ole Opry? Yeah, of course he was. Yes, he was. I remember him saying something about because on the Grand Ole Opry they have that circle of wood, the circle where the star would stand. Kid Rock, yeah, he's been doing it.
How do you spell Beyonce?
The letter B.
I'm trying to figure out
the letter E.
I'm trying to figure out this.
Yaunce.
Okay, I don't see anything on that, but I'm gonna have to. But I don't think I said Beyonce.
I'm curious about.
You got to put a little line over the last E, though.
All right, y'all be quiet. Y'all be quiet. Beyonce. There we go.
Will, you got us perplexed up here.
I know. You got Chris trying to fact check stuff live.
Chris, Google perplexed real quick.
I don't see anything on that. But I will definitely.
Okay, Google has spoken then, so Beyonce is not a country artist.
Yep.
Apparently.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look more into that. But that's an interesting thing. I'm gonna have to look.
No, but when Beyonce released that song, though, it went straight to the top. I think on all.
Well, yeah, because that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know for sure.
Did you like the song though?
Me personally, no, I didn't. But I did not like her version of Jolene. I listened to it. Well,
I didn't
listened to
it.
as much as I listened
I
to as
didn't
much
even know
as I
she
could.
did the version of Jolene.
Well, it's more of a. Well, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it here. It's not the same, but it's
more vibrato.
it's more for who?
Vibrato? Vibrato?
I don't know who Brado is.
Vibrato?
No, it's just you have to go listen to it. Go listen to it.
I need to.
Go stream it so
I
she
do
gets
too.
go stream
I'll-
it so she gets another view. But it's just it wasn't for
I'll
me,
listen
dog.
to it and see. Well,
Yeah,
so-
it wasn't for me. But my point is she's whatever she puts out, man. They're going. It doesn't matter what genre. She says I'm gonna put a jazz album out. It's going to sell like crazy because she's got so many fans. It's the same thing with Taylor Swift. If she decides she's going to put out, she's going to go back and do another country album, or she wants to do a blues album or whatever, all of her fans are going to buy her stuff, just like with Beyonce. So the numbers are going to jump up. So I feel like that's a slightly unfair number, and maybe that's why Beyonce didn't get anything with the Country Music Awards or whatever. Or she wasn't. Yeah, was it the Country Music Awards or the VMAs they just had? One of the
She
others.
didn't win anything.
Yeah, I think she did.
Yeah, so
So
that's my. Oh, I just messed up everything up for everybody. Sorry, guys, for the screen jumping all over the place.
So, just to go off in the left field here. Speaking of Jolene, did you like Miley Cyrus's version? of
I
that?
did actually.
I did too. I thought she did a. I thought
See,
she did a great job. I mean, and I hadn't actually heard like where she actually recorded. Like, I mean, I'm talking about her doing it live, like on. You can go to YouTube and watch it with her and her band
Yeah.
playing it. And I was like, that's she does it.
is it Poppy?
No,
No.
I haven't
it's-
heard of it.
It's country. She did it justice. She didn't try to.
Yeah,
Well, that's
she does a great job.
She didn't
with it.
try to oversing it like because she's Miley Cyrus. I don't care what anybody says. I think she's a great singer.
She can sing.
I
mean,
love
she-
Party in the USA. I listen to that every day. I'm listening to it right now in my right headphone.
I listen to it about every day too because Skylar loves that song.
No, but
I mean, I hear it all the time. Yeah,
No, I don't. No, I don't like some of the other stuff that Miley Cyrus does. I kind of go, yeah, not for me. But I actually do like her.
Jolene is she does a fantastic.
She
job
didn't
with that
overdo
song.
it.
No,
She didn't
it's
overdo
great.
it. She did it justice. She
But I
sang
mean,
it.
she has a strong voice too. When she
Yeah.
does it, I was like, that's 2 thumbs up for me. I mean, it was. She does a great job.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to listen to that. I
did.
didn't know she redid that.
yeah. I liked it. If I could pull it up right now and play it, I would. But yeah, no, you should listen to it. She did it justice. She didn't oversing it. She didn't sound. I don't think she sounded bad singing it. And trying to listen to it through somebody else's ears, I thought it was fine.
So we got some folks, some upcoming, well, not upcoming artists, but there are some country artists out there who's actually trying to bring country back into country.
Hold on. Like who? What?
I'm glad you said that because we about to have an argument.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
See, my mind has gone blank. I can't think of nobody's name. Not Zach Bryan, but Nose on the Grindstone or
You're not going to get the answer from me because I don't listen to any of it.
what's his name? Redheaded guy.
Jeffrey Furr?
No. Where's he got red hair at? I love you, Jeffrey. I'm just kidding.
That's why we're bringing his name up. You know who Jeffrey Furr looks like? If Jeffrey Furr was good looking, John Michael Montgomery.
Oh, wow. Wait a minute.
Yeah, look at
He's got a little semblance there, resemblance.
he does.
That is. Hell, I didn't even think about that.
I shouldn't say
He
that
should
because
have
that's going to go to his head now.
he should put a big old rim cowboy hat on.
Have you heard? I know I'm jumping all over the place. I'm taking full control of this show right now. But have you heard John Michael Montgomery's son?
No.
Oh shoot! I saw it just a second ago, and I put Walker Montgomery.
Never heard of
So
him.
I found this guy on TikTok. I'm just scrolling TikTok, and I come across a Walker Montgomery, and he's singing "I Love the Way You Love Me" by John Michael Montgomery. And at first, I was like, "Oh, come on! Just because you sound like John Michael Montgomery, don't make it sound like your last name's Montgomery." Turns out to be his son. I had no idea. I thought he was just some TikToker that somebody said you sound like John Michael Montgomery, but it actually is him.
I'll be damned.
It's his son, and he looks a lot like him. He looks more like John Michael Montgomery than Jeffrey Furr does, but he sounds just like John Michael Montgomery, his dad.
Well, the person I was talking about that is truly that I feel like they're trying to full circle with like Tyler Childress.
Yeah, well, that's like bluegrass style.
It's almost
to me,
there.
yeah.
It's almost bluegrass. Yes, I agree with that.
That's
But
West Virginia
it's
mountains.
definitely
I get
some. It's got some country to it, man.
Well,
And
it's got
I
a
was
lot.
glad- I was-
It's country.
It's got a lot of country, but to me, that's more of a,
Hold on,
a
LSU.
bluegrass
Hold on.
feel than
hold on, I'm not finished.
True country.
Well, you got
got his-
Zach Bryan. He's got that. Whatever it is that sounds like country, he's bringing it
Yeah,
back.
he does, and I feel he's got some bluegrass too in him.
Well, yeah, it does. But I'm just saying it's not pop. Nothing is pop about their genre, what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're trying to bring the whole thing back full circle. That's all I'm trying to say. Of course, this is my opinion. I don't want no hate mail. This is one man's opinion. Gamecocks won the other night.
All right, keep going.
Well, could
I'm
it
ready
be,
to interrupt you.
Could it be that just Tyler Childress and Zach Bryan and these guys, they're doing what they love to do? They're not trying to bring anything back anywhere.
Or are they saying, I'm not doving into this pop country stuff.
Tovin.
I'm not doing that. I'm not. I'm gonna stay true to my thing, and that's what I'm doing. Are they saying that?
And it might be. I think they're doing what they want to do, what just comes out of them. I don't think they're trying to push their sound any certain kind of way. I just think they're just, hey, this is what I do. This is me.
Well, I tell you what.
Oh.
I like it.
I see something here.
Go ahead, Trey.
I just wanted to just kind of throw that in real quick, so you knew that I had something I wanted to
What
come
you
in
got?
afterward. No, go ahead.
No, I was done with what I was saying.
So I was getting ready to bring somebody up.
He already dove, so go ahead.
Yeah, I was getting ready to bring somebody up.
Dove on in too. Come on.
I'm doving. But so I was going to name somebody. Before I do, no, I'm going to go ahead and name my person. My person is Uncle Lucius. You ever heard Keep the Wolves Away? Mm-mm. Cool voice, but it's not a. He's not like one of your singers, I guess. He's big range of vocals or anything like that. It's more laid back, almost like talking, but there's just a cool backwoods country vibe about his music. But I came back over here and looked at the chat right before I got on, and I saw my sister said Oliver Anthony. Now I know Oliver Anthony is controversial or
Is that the same guy that sings the Old Soul?
Yeah. So he's going to be, people are going to be divided on if you like him. It's almost like you only like him if you lean one way. Mm. If you lean the other way, you don't like him at all. But she's right though, because he's got an amazing country style. But he's got the same like you. To me, you talked about Tyler Childers. That same that raspy,
Raw
scratchy,
voice,
raw,
nothing,
good word.
no compressions, nothing.
Sounds like somebody's got their guitar down by a rocky stream in the middle of a valley.
They're singing into the Yonder Can.
The Yonder Can. So before I said that, and when I saw that also with Oliver Anthony, the other one was Sturgill Simpson. Who,
Never heard of him.
Who everybody said when he came out, oh my God, you sound just like Waylon Jennings. And I think he kind of got tired of that. He does.
The young kid.
He's younger, yeah. I don't know. He actually might be about your
played
age.
around here?
No, man.
Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
That's Chance Howland.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, no, Sturgill Simpson. He's got a bunch of songs. He's got some songs you've heard before. They call me I'm up here on. They call me the king of Shit Mountain. Is that what he says? I'm the king of Shit Mountain. If you want it, you can have the crown. Something like that. I gotta sing the whole song to
and
get
the
there.
cigarettes and the Sugar Bob sings that song.
Yeah, that's a great song. Kathy says Chris Stapleton. That's another great country
He's trying
voice.
to bring it full circle, baby.
He's doing
yes,
it.
he is. Thank you. I didn't think about him, but he's a great example. He's trying to bring this thing, bring this truck wagon on around.
Chris Stapleton is he's in my opinion, he's one of the best right now out there. And we went and saw him at in Charlotte
At the PNC?
No, at the Carolina Panther Stadium. He was opening up for
at Bilo, Chris.
Yeah. No, he was opening up for George Strait.
God, you went to an awesome friggin' concert. God.
George,
yeah, but
You went to to damn Jesus' brother's concert.
Yeah,
Damn.
but but Chris Stapleton, he is awesome. I mean, playing guitar and singing. I mean, he's got one of those voices, just like
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, this guy here can sing. I mean,
Yeah.
and he can play the guitar too. I'm talking about he can.
He is good.
Nail it.
The only thing that I don't like about Chris Stapleton is what he did to Tennessee Whiskey, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, what an amazing song you wrote!" And I was like, "No, that's David Allan Coe. He just sang it different." But Chris Stapleton to me is more like he's like a bluesy, which is cool. I'm not down on it. I'm just saying he's
he's very bluesy.
there's a huge blues influence in Chris Stapleton's stuff.
You can tell that in his guitar playing too.
And I would even kind of, and I'll get flack for this too, but I would kind of sort of push him into like a country Bob Seger style.
I like that.
With the way his voice is and
I
the
feel
style
that.
of music that he plays. Like I could see if Bob Seger said, I want to do some more country type stuff, because Bob Seger was a storyteller, songwriter. But so that's why I kind of see Chris Stapleton as more of that.
Well, and also with Chris Stapleton, actually, a lot of his songs are a lot more rock oriented. I mean, if you listen to him, blues, kind of the bluesy rock feel he has.
Oh shit. Jeffrey Furr is on the hand. He just said Whiskey Myers, so he must not have heard what we were saying about him earlier.
Hey, Jeffrey, go back a little bit. We was teasing you a little bit.
But he said Whiskey Myers, and he's not wrong
Well,
there.
Whiskey Myers, yeah, that's another one.
Yeah.
He's trying to wow, I didn't think of him. Whiskey Myers. To think of some of the songs, he's trying to bring that train back around the caboose.
To the caboose.
There's another one. I'm thinking of, and I like.
Well, I started on the whiskey early this morning. That's another one. That's all right. I was up all night.
Okay.
Whiskey and the Cowboy.
That didn't sound like country or rock or anything to me.
No, actually, it sounded so perfect. We're going to get flagged for that. Now. Don Henley's coming after you next.
Nah, he's waiting at your house.
No, but the other name I was thinking about was Cody Jinks. That's another one.
I think that's the song I was just singing.
Is it
yes,
really?
I think it is. Yes,
I couldn't
Cody
tell.
Jinks. Yes, Hippies and the Cowboys. That's one of my
Hippies
favorite
and the
songs.
Cowboys.
Yeah.
Will Bass said Jamie Johnson. There's another one. Okay.
See,
there's-
I'm glad these folks is
So-
on here.
the thing is-
there's a lot of bands
That's the
that
thing,
are
though.
still trying to keep country.
But the problem is they're not playing these country songs on the radio. They're playing the pop country songs
But
on the radio.
Are we saying it's bad?
How
Or
much
are we
are-
saying it's good?
How much do you hear Cody Jinks and Whiskey Myers and Sturgill Simpson and stuff like that on your country radio? Yeah, you have to listen to your streaming services where you purposely look for that style of music. You on your country radio, they're going to play all your poppy country stuff.
Are they dictating what we're listening to?
Well, yeah, I mean that's
Ooh.
that's their job.
That's another. We're gonna dove into that next week. We can get some stuff figured out here, buddy. Cody Jinks, but that's great. I
Will, you're right, Will.
but all right, so real quick, Scott.
Now, who's this thing you want me to eat? I'm hungry. Come on down now.
Chew dog. Oh, he's got the Beetlejuice sign up. I love it. All right, Scott.
I got demons running all.
Scott, real quick, you like the pop country, or do you rather?
I find myself. There are songs that I do like that are pop country, and there are actually some that are really poppy.
So we
That I find that I would probably be embarrassed to say I like that song.
I got you. Trey,
So yes,
Trey, what say
I
you,
do.
my friend?
I wasn't paying attention at all. What did you ask me?
You like the pop country, or you just like the pop country?
No, I just like it. I'm an old school rock guy, I'm an old school country guy. I like what I like, and I don't like the poppy stuff.
Myself, I like it. until
Well, we
a
didn't really ask, but here we go for. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was about to say I like it until a certain extent. I'll say that. I'll go as far as I'll be willing to go, and I can't explain how far is that, but if
That
it
was
gets
so-
too poppy, I don't like it.
That was so
There we
deep.
go.
That was holy shit! Wow, that was That was words of wisdom. I wish I didn't have the music played just now so I could record that and play that over and over. Words of affirmation every morning when you get up and have your coffee. Listen to Chris say whatever it was he just said.
Oh, wow. All right, we got to jump off here. We got to start our next topic, which we're talking about Beetlejuice. You can catch that on
Don't say it 3 times.
all our audio podcasts in about 2 weeks. You can catch us on YouTube. You can do the yeah.
Yeah, don't say exactly when it's going to come out because I've got a lot of stuff going on and I'm going to be out of town for a while, so who knows?
Bear scat for Trey. But thank you everybody for coming on here, commenting, and give us your input. That helps a lot. Thank you so much. That was fun. You can go back on Facebook and reread all the comments. Of course, it'll be out. What?
Nothing.
The music already ended, but
It'll be out in a couple weeks, so you can go back and listen to it on all the audio podcasts and all the YouTubes. But this is
Anyway, out.
all right. This is Guillotines and Guitars. We're out.